Do you want to learn how to have a better work-life balance so that you not only attract amazing clients, but clients that stick around for the long haul? Stick around because in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to have a work-life balance and create better communication with your clients and set those boundaries. Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Jennifer Morilla. This YouTube channel is for creators, coaches, online service providers who are looking to grow their online business using social media. On my channel, I talk about everything there is to grow and scale your online business. If that sounds like you and it is right up your alley, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button somewhere on the screen, or go ahead and give me a thumbs up because you're excited to learn how to communicate better boundaries with your clients because you feel like you don't even know where to begin. I got you. I'm very excited to dive into this. Let's do it. So today we're going to talk about how to create communication boundaries with your clients so that they get the maximum results and you feel as if you are delivering exactly what their expectations are. The first thing I want to tell you is you want to set your hours. Set your hours of contact. That means be very clear whether it's in a contract, in an email, make sure it's written down when your hours or communication are allowed. Usually between the hours of 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, make it clear that on the weekends you don't answer. Now, if you have a one-on-one client, this doesn't mean that you won't set aside time to maybe answer her on the weekend if you're not doing anything, or maybe you're working on the weekend, whatever. So it won't be forever, but for the most part, the expectation is there that you are available to him or her only Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And I think this is a very good precedent when you're building your online business, especially if you have one-on-one clients, so that there isn't too much of them needing you all the time, because obviously that does get a little exhausting. Obviously, this is really important so that your clients feel like their needs are being met and they know exactly how to respect your time and your energy so they don't cross those boundaries. So you want to make sure that you're setting aside specific times and specific days that they have access to you and you're able to support them as needed. And again, you want to make sure you have that in an email or in a written contract or even in a text message, but make sure that it's very clear as to when you are able to support them. Step 2 is going to be communicating your expectations. So I think this is one of the most important things that many coaches totally forget when they have one-on-one clients. You're not setting the expectations and the goals of your ideal clients. You want to make sure that you're letting your clients know exactly what you need from them, and you want to make sure that they tell you exactly what they need from you. Having an outline curriculum or an outline agenda of the goals they want to meet while they're working with you is extremely important. You want to make sure that they know how many calls they're going to have with you, where they should book those calls, and how often they should book those calls with you. A big thing I find is that a lot of clients tend to think that they get X amount of calls and then these calls just show up on the calendar, making crystal clear communication that they need to go ahead and book those calls however many times a month based on the contract that you guys set. Again, all of these communication standards should be written out somewhere, whether it's an email, a contract, text message, however you communicate with your clients, but making sure that those expectations are perfectly laid out so there is no miscommunication. I personally, when I have my one-on-one clients, I really like to have a detailed explanation of what the goal is with the time frame that they're working with me. Whether it's 6 months to a year, I wanna make sure that we have an agenda on what we're working on in each and every single call so that my clients feel like they're achieving something when they're working with me. It isn't just a call for a free-for-all. There isn't an agenda. There's actually an actionable step. There's an outcome. There is a purpose and an intention for the call. Step 3 is finding a platform where communication is simple and easy and transparent. So in my business, we use Slack, and this video isn't sponsored by Slack, but I run all of my business on Slack. Not only between my teams, but inside my mastermind, inside my one-on-one. My clients have full communication with me in my Slack group, right? And so for example, if I have a group program, I have a layout of that Slack group and exactly what's expected in each of the channels. So first of all, let me rewind here. Slack is a messenger app. It's a communication app that can be used on a desktop or on a phone, and it's super easy and it's obviously free. There is a paid version, but the majority of it is free. And so what I do when I have a group program is each of the channels, you can not only communicate individually with other people, but you can create channels on specific topics. So for example, inside my mastermind, I have a few different channels. We have a channel on morning gratitude, we have a channel on funnels, we have a channel on launches, content, sales, marketing, all of the things. And depending on my clients' problem or struggle, they hop on the specific channel and type in the struggle, the problem, etc. Not only is this really good for them to really understand the full aspect of what's happening in their business, but also from my perspective, in order to serve them, exactly where I need to zone in on and where my supporting coaches can also help them. But again, if you're at the place where you don't have a supporting coach, it just really helps you understand exactly where the struggles are and how you can best help them. And over time, you can start to see where they have the biggest struggle and if it's something you can continue to help them with. I do the same thing with my private clients. I have a Slack channel with them where we specifically talk about topics. There's business communication on that platform. But like I said, this video is not sponsored by Slack, but I love Slack. Slack is my favorite. I've used Voxer before and I use Facebook Messenger to communicate with clients. I like those platforms too, but preferably I prefer Slack just because those platforms felt very much like I was messaging with a friend and I could forget to respond sometime. And I think that that is where things get a little blurry, especially when you're not meeting your clients' expectations. You're not responding to the things that need to be served, right? Okay, so this leads us to the most important boundary that you need to set, and that is sticking to your boundary, my friend. So it's one thing for you to say my hours of work are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and you can only have communication with me via Slack, you don't get my cell phone number, and we have this many calls a month. And it's another thing for you to actually take action. This is not to say that sometimes one of your clients will cross that line, and that is up to you and your business and what is going on in your life and in your time, if you can actually help them. If let's say a client texts you on Saturday at 1 p.m. or something like that, right? But ideally, the reason why you set these boundaries is because you want to make sure that you are sticking to your boundaries and you're respecting your business. What tends to happen is when you do this, it's like a domino effect. Your clients will understand that not only are you respecting your business, but you're also respecting them, your policies, and the way you manage your time and energy, which I think is the utmost and most important thing when you're an entrepreneur, because those lines get really blurry sometimes and it's hard to keep your balance between time and energy. So I say this is like the hardest tip for anyone, is sticking to your boundaries, is making sure that if you say you're only available 9 to 5, you're only available 9 to 5. Again, this doesn't mean that maybe once in a while you'll need to step in for an emergency crisis or whatever, but ideally you want to stick to that as much as possible. I promise you're going to thank yourself. Also, from a very personal perspective, you really begin to respect your business and things begin to shift for you because you start stepping into a role of an entrepreneur and CEO and not someone who's just scrambling and in that energy of scarcity where if you don't answer your clients right away, you feel like something bad's gonna happen or they're gonna stop working with you or they're not gonna pay you, none of that, right? Again, if people see that you are respecting your business and your time, promise they will respect theirs and they'll also learn from you. So all in all, I think it's like a full circle and I highly recommend that sticking to your boundaries is the most important thing. All right, you guys, I hope this was super helpful and you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you really enjoyed this video. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and drop them below. But until next time, my friends, sending you love and light, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.